Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dustful at Chaotic Neutral Games. I am Rodrigo, your storyteller for tonight, as we join Kevin, Kat, Mike, and Simon with the season finale. Eh, we'll continue the score at the Centralia Club. Let's see how these plot threads, tie up and convene. Don't forget that you can join in the chaos by clicking on the Discord link in the channel info, or support us by throwing money at us by subscribing. So let's join in. Let's join them again in the City of Ghosts and Broken Dreams in John Harper's Blades in the Dark.
We're back.
And hello, everyone. So, how is everyone doing this nice Tuesday afternoon / evening?
Long weekend, so I'm kind of. It's like Monday, but it's not Monday. What's all that about? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I've got a coffee problem, and I'm blaming you, Si.
Is your coffee problem that you don't have enough coffee?
This is why I'm blaming you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah,
The heart palpitations just tell you you've had enough.
Your sound just starting to remind me of Nicole. Nicole is at the point that if they don't have a coffee, they're going to have a headache for the entire day.
It's not an addiction.
Yeah. Not an addiction. Not an addiction, not at all.
Oh, not an
Anyways.
addiction, and I have water. Now I feel left out.
But
An
yeah,
overdose on water as well. Be careful with
that's
that.
true.
Also, I'm pretty sure your reaction to not having water would be worse than Simon's reaction to not having coffee. So.
I'm pretty sure both reactions are death. So
I have a demon inside, and it only it's sealed back with
By water.
Yeah,
By
it's
water.
it's part of the contract.
All
there's
right.
a popular theory that my heart stopped about 10 years ago, and it's only coffee that's kept it going. So.
You mean
It's
that's
a
not canon?
That's not. All right. Well, I hope your hearts can handle what's gonna happen, because we left off last session on a fucking. You could say in a last session ended on a bang. Anyways,
Hermit cats.
So you decided to infiltrate the Centralia Club on the pretense that you were discussing a sort of peace negotiation with the Seven, the head of the Circle of Flame, the secret society you've been at war with for the last couple of, I don't know, however much time you think would have passed. After doing some very hard rolls against the Seven, which resulted in a 6, which was incredible, by the way. I love that. So Jacob has finally dropped the sickly old man facade, and the first thing he did was shoot someone in the head.
Yep.
So let's pick up from where we left off.
Attaboy.
There is a loud bang resonates throughout the entire club. I want to say everyone can hear it, maybe except Blondie, because he is in like the secret passages in between the rooms. I'm gonna say he gets to hear it as well. The silence is enough that you can probably hear someone drop something, like drop their cup of wine, hear it shatter, and before long, the uh the bell from the crematorium starts ringing, a low, dull dong dong, as signifying to everyone within the vicinity that someone just died here. Now, I'm trying to think how everyone would react. I was already thinking about making the Centralia Club like a place of like utmost decadence, right? So someone dying will probably not call, like, like will not perturb much people here, right? Many people here. The problem is the fact that it was a loud ass gunshot emanating from one of the upper rooms that then led to the gong, the bell. So before we pick it up with Jacob, Cass and Slate, where were you when the fucking shot rang out?
We were on our way to go and find Jacob. We were being escorted by one of the 7. Or a guard? I don't remember who
I think
they
it was a
sent
guard.
with us.
I think it was a guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the 7
and
had assigned as a guard, yeah.
And I've just turned to Slate as soon as the bell has gone off and gone. Oh, we forgot to keep an eye on checkers.
I forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Forgot you dropped that line last time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I run with that straight away, and I let a look of shock pass over my face as I go, yeah. Where did you last see him?
I haven't seen him since we came in. He could be anywhere.
Okay. Cass, I'm gonna need you to roll.
Right.
Swing that sway.
I forgot to open Roll20. Can
That's
you come
all
back
good.
to me,
All good.
please?
While you take time to do it, this will just be tense silence. Yeah.
The guard
Some of that.
Just
assessing
back
his
and
life
forth.
choices.
Yeah, closing in into the guard's eyes.
Yeah.
So I am going to roll sway or consort.
Up to you. Regardless, the position is going to be desperate. So you get that
Didn't
XP.
keep
And the effect.
checkers in check.
What are you using?
Consort. Wait, I don't remember what I clicked. Consort.
It's good. Yeah. It's gonna be standard.
Standard effect.
It's desperate. So, 5. Okay. That's good. You do it. So what I'm going to give you is, since you do it, tell me what you were trying to accomplish by dropping this lie. What does the guard do?
I want people to be distracted looking for checkers instead of worrying about us.
Gotcha. Okay, so I want to say that without saying a word, the guard catches what you're saying, right? And without saying a word, he runs off to tell the 7 and to tell the other guards. However, it's a 5, so there is something does go wrong. You suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, you have reduced effect.
I mean, significantly, we actually needed him to lead us to Jacob.
Yeah, that's right. So now you don't know where, he
So
was.
now we literally don't know where Jacob is, and any effort we were going to put our time into to get to him is going to be more complex.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Let's go with that. But yeah, the lie worked, and now they think Checkers is somewhere about in the Centralia Club doing God knows what.
Mhm.
uh Blondie, you're in the secret passages when you hear a loud bang, and even though it's kind of muffled because because of the place you are at the moment, you are pretty sure you're hearing a bell.
I hope that wasn't us. So I'm gonna start. I suppose that I know that where the shot came from, so I'm gonna go ahead and start looking that way and going
Okay,
quicker that way. Always trying to find Ruby,
Ruby.
but now uh, taking it as a sign. So
Okay. All right. You're still. This place is still labyrinthian, so if you want to navigate
yeah.
it, you're gonna have to do a roll.
All
Remember there is
right.
a clock ongoing, which is your
Yes,
progress
sir.
through the. Yeah.
Yep.
Correctamundo. Do I off it? Can I like skirmish somebody to get
You're alone.
directions?
You're alone.
Oh man. Uh, what do I do? I don't know. I don't have any skill on insight.
That's completely fine. You can still roll it, but it will be 2 dice, but you take the worst result. You can still
Oh,
push yourself to put it up to 1 die.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and push myself and do survey.
Okay.
Position risky, right?
Risky.
Right.
I'm gonna say yeah, risky, and standard effect.
Okay. Push myself for bonus die, right?
Yeah. 2 stress for an extra die. Hey, wow, on 1 die. Damn.
Yeah, it's not a first rodeo. Yeah,
All right.
guys.
Okay, so I'm going to say no. Side. That advances 1, 2, 3. That advances 3. It fills in 3 slots on the clock, so you're now 2 away.
Nice.
You're now
Woo!
2 away from finding your way through, as you're just doing the thing of like, okay, first rule. What's the first thing about labyrinths?
Stick
Hug the
my hand
right
to the
wall.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're just doing that, right? There's still 2 spaces to fill in, but you're close.
Yeah.
Um. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
And lastly, hello, Jacob. You just killed someone.
Um, I'll very quickly see if there's anything on the guard that I can use. Documents, passes, whatever.
Um.
ID.
I want to. I want to say you probably find like a keyring.
Sure. Without much in the way of circumstance, he just snatches the keyring, keeps walking, and is walking through the place with all the demeanor of a host. Anyone, any of the guests that he passes, he's just there saying, "A little mishap, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, everybody. Nothing to worry about at all. We will sort this out. No problem. Probably some horrendous accident. No problem,
It's
everyone. No
all
problem."
part of the show.
And
It's
I'm
all
just going to
part of the show.
smile at all of them. Every one of them.
Reminds me of that bit from fucking the second John Wick movie where he kills 2 people on like a fucking stage and everyone cheers because they think it's a part of the show. When in fact, no, he actually killed 2 people on stage.
But in this
um,
case, it is part of the show.
okay. I mean, I imagine you're consorting, right?
Absolutely. I am putting on my most charming face.
Desperate.
Of course.
I want to say limited because there's a lot of people it like trying to charm that many people can be pretty tough.
Sure. I mean, I
So
was doing it for flavour, but I am absolutely fine with that.
yeah.
Desperate, limited, not even pushing myself.
Mhm.
I don't care about anything. I don't want any great effect out of this. I'm
Mhm.
just looking just to get out. Well, get
Okay.
to my next location, basically.
Okay.
Um,
6 and a 4. Wow.
Ew.
Coming in with a fucking good rolls tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you managed to do it. Yeah, you managed to calm some people down. You were about
right.
to like you basically preemptively stopped what was just I was planning on being like a noble stampede, right? Although there's still murmurs, there's still people clutching to their pearls, talking what just happened, you know. Uh, whereas you're there just there saying that it's all part of today's festivities. It's all part of, uh, all part of the show,
Yeah.
like you were saying.
Yeah, as I go
Uh,
past, I even pour somebody some of the wine out of their bottle and say, "Oh, you need a top up, sir, please," and just waltz my way through the room.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Like I think it's enough that like the band that stopped playing, obviously for
Oh yeah,
obvious
I would go,
reasons.
please, maestro, please.
Yeah, yeah. They just nervously look at each other before they start playing again. I guess everything's fine? Question mark. Um, where are you going?
Where am I going? Basically, when the bell goes, that was the moment to tell the others to grab what evidence you can and get the fuck out of Dodge. So I'm assuming that the other guys are making their way. Um, I have no intention of leaving without them, so I'm going to be looking for them. So they're heading. They were starting to head in the direction of me. I am heading in the direction of them.
Okay. All right. So I want to say that after a certain amount of time, Cass, Slate, and Jacob, you all meet up with each other.
Where's the
All
kid?
that.
He was with you.
I. He's here for his own reasons. He is not going to be sensible. We need to find him and get him out.
Well, he'll have enough of a smokescreen. The wardens are going to come in swinging. Now we've got to get you two out. We need. Hopefully, he'll have the best chance that he can get. If he wanted to come and
Okay.
play in here, he had no chance before. What we need to make sure now is that the spirit wardens are brought to exactly the right location.
How are we going to ensure
Yeah.
that?
Well, let's. And I'm wearing a timepiece on my wrist, so I pull a pocket watch out and say, let's say, and I'm mentally counting. And then if we could just do a brief flashback, please.
Absolutely. Give me a moment. Simon, get rid of the 7 call the bluff clock. I'm replacing it with the Spirit Warden's arrive clock, which has a segment filled in.
Okay, and how many segments has it got?
4.
4. So in this case, all I need to do is just change the text.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing on the one on Roll20, but yeah. Sorry.
So I pull the pocket watch out of my and hold it in my hand, look out of the window, and for a brief moment, even though Pride and Cass are talking in the background, that just fades out, and all I can hear is the ticking on the pocket watch. And then we flash back,
Mhm.
and you can't see who I'm talking to. I'm looking through a different window, and there's somebody behind me, and I've got something in my hand, and I'm saying, we need this favor and you want this back. Just a few of those bottles or jars that we know you have. And I turn around, and now my back to the window, I hold up the mask.
What?
Rosalind, because I imagine you're talking to her.
I'm talking to our contact in the Sisters.
Yes. She says, "Oh, that's where it was. Wonderful.
It took us a little
The,
time to find, but yes, we thought you'd want this back.
the sisters were wondering where it had gone. They're gonna be relieved to see it back. But of course, you're asking for something in return. What was it?
A few of
A
those
few.
bottles and jars that we know that you have from the same barge.
I see. I can arrange for some of our finer specimens in return. Don't you worry. Because this is a flashback, I'm gonna say just mark one stress. This was not really that hard, but you know.
Sure.
But yeah,
The-
you have with you. I'm gonna say you have with you. Through this transaction, you have 4 bottled spirits. As soon as the fucking thing breaks, they'll be out on the loose.
Sure. So the second part of this flashback is back at the headquarters, where I'm dismantling many of the traps that are in some of the wings of the mansion that we don't really use. I'm taking some of the work that Checkers provided for me, and I'm carefully taking those apart and putting them and 2 of the bottles inside a heavy metal case that we've seen delivered to the 7.
Yes.
The traps and the bottles arranged for when the case is cracked open, the bottles will break.
Yes. Yes.
You crafty bastard! I love it.
I fucking love this game.
And in
Anyway.
hindsight, you've been planning this in session 4.
It's all about background color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoop.
I'm genuinely thinking what the fuck to do. Okay. As you're walking out,
the reflection from the internal window that we're actually watching it through, in reflection. And as we pan back, and I close the case, and then use whatever's left of the equipment in the workshop to weld this case shut, knowing that we'll be treating it with care as we deliver it. But once we've left the room that it's in, they're going to be beating 7 shades of shit out of this case to get it open. And
when
then
you're talking,
we return to the window I'm stood at inside the club, and I'm looking at this timepiece in my hand as it ticks down, and then the voices of Pride and Cass can be heard in the background. And I turn back to them and go, "Yeah, we'll be pretty sure they'll be turning up."
and as soon as you say that, the entire power in the facility goes out. And the entire place becomes cold as the grave.
Just outside the window, we can see the lightning barrier. Is that powered by the same thing that had the power in here? And if so, is that going dark as well? Yeah, I'll join you with those.
Yeah. Please.
How many dice? 1 or 2?
I mean, if 2 is
I'll
better
do
than
2.
2. Yeah.
I'll do 2. It goes out.
Woo!
It goes.
Hello.
The lightning barrier goes out, and you hear sounds of screaming. Some gunshots go off from the place you just came from, and now people are panicking. Like as much of your schmoozing and oozing charisma that you managed to use, Jacob, when the power goes out and someone starts screaming and gunshots start going off, okay, yeah, they're gonna start fucking running. So,
Old man, that's a smoke screen. What did you want to get done? Let's do it.
Mostly what you've already done. Once they get into the inner sanctum of the Circle of Flame, all of the incriminating evidence will be enough for the Spirit Wardens to start a war with these people. The question is, what do you want to get done? I need to stay here. I've got one final move I need to play. If you want, get hold of Blondie, help him out.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Spirit Wardens. Don't worry. They won't want to hurt me.
okay. Blondie, shit's popping off and you have no idea what's going on. The
Just a
lights,
little, yeah.
the lights
That's what I was
lighting the
gonna say.
tunnel have all gone off, so you're stuck in pitch fucking black.
Okay. Just hug the wall, and try to find somebody. I am going to see if I can use one of my items because we didn't forget to choose our load this time, right?
I don't remember. I always forget load. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna grab a lantern,
Mhm.
and so that way I can actually do survey again. Push myself. I'm getting
Yeah.
very stressed because I just need to find Ruby. And this is a parenthesis and just an idea, just throwing this out there. Do I Scooby Doo my way into the inner sanctum? Is that what's happening? If
Here, okay. Yes, but not the inner sanctum.
all right, cool. Because I have a goal and I'm going towards the goal. But if
Yeah.
if I find something beforehand, then yeah, that would be cool. Survey. Pushing myself so I can get one bonus die. 5.
Cool. Yeah, that's enough.
Woo!
That's enough. Okay. So that clock is finally completed. Give me a moment. I just wanna fill it in. There we go. That clock's finally completed, and you managed to find an exit, a door that doesn't look like the other doors, and you feel okay. If there's gonna be holding someone, they're gonna be holding them here,
All
right?
right. Mhm.
And you enter a room that it's still lit, right? Because it's not electric light. This is torches. These are torches, right?
Mm.
And the room seems to be very different from the rest of the club. There's no windows. In fact, the entire place seems to be made of stone. You think you, in your wall hugging, you may have gone down a few, uh, a little in deep into the ground. Um, Checking the room, you notice there is uh, a wooden desk against the wall with some books, a candlelight, um, candle next to it for illumination. The walls have like one of those tool racks, right?
Cool.
Uh, with a lot of cutting instruments.
No.
And lastly, in the middle of the room, there seems to be, I think it's an altar, and it looks like it's made of something like obsidian. It looks like obsidian, and there's something red smeared on it.
And they
Um,
need to stop eating sandwiches in here. The jam's getting everywhere. We're gonna get ants.
This is how you get ants.
Yeah,
The
that's
best
how you
part
get
is
ants.
this doesn't break the tension, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ants are part of the torture.
Yeah.
No, okay,
I mean,
okay.
have you seen Scorpion King? Anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's obviously the altar is surrounded by like a circle carved into the floor, various runes on it. What do you do? There's no one here, by the way.
Um, I don't see any persons. What can I find if I just
It's
go like through?
yeah, there is a
Sebastian can read actually, not like will check.
okay. Sebastian
Yeah,
can read.
yeah,
Got it. Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, in front on the desk, which is the only non bad looking thing in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be it looks like a ledger, right?
Mm.
And then you notice there is a bunch of names.
Mm-hmm.
And much to your horror,
No.
find out that this ledger is an employee list.
Okay.
And most of the names have been crossed out.
All right. Do I find Ruby?
Yes.
Was it crossed out?
Yes.
All right.
It was one of the last ones to be crossed out, in fact.
Okay. Give me a second. I grab the lantern,
Mm-hmm.
turn it off. I break it and start just I take the ledger and I start throwing the oil on whatever racks or anything and just
Absolutely.
throw the candlelight and burn this place down. Although there's a lot of smoke and it's gonna build up, so I need to get out of there quick. I just
Yeah.
grab whatever papers, documents first, burn it to the ground. I'm running out, knowing kind of my way now, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll again for the labyrinth.
Do I hear anybody coming close at all?
No.
I.e., my teammates.
No, in fact, a lot of what you're hearing, like a lot of what you're hearing from the rooms is people running, but away from you. Because again, like these secret passages all link to the different rooms of the house, right? So you can sort of hear what's going on outside. And yeah, a lot of people seem to be running away. You don't know why. And actually, here's a question. In his emotional state, will Blondie would have noticed that the temperature has significantly dropped?
With the fire considered, no.
No. Okay,
Not
so
really.
yeah, you just think people are running away. I'm gonna say yeah. You'll be I'm gonna say I'm gonna give everyone else one scene before you join back with them. So I
Okay,
don't have to
yeah.
micromanage everything.
Cool, yeah. Just running and
Yeah.
will catch up with me later. I'll take this break to take some medicine because my head is exploding right now.
Reasonable. Go take care of
Give
yourself.
me 1 second.
Okay, so everyone else, ghosts are running rampant on the Centralia Club. 5 of them, in fact. Even though you brought 4, it's 5 because Jacob, you weren't,
Oh yeah,
you didn't keep that ghost on a short leash. So
yeah, that's
um,
fine.
Sorry, it's only
Mhm.
3.
Oh, 3. So it's 4
There,
total.
Yeah, he
are
only
there
put
are
2 in the
two
box.
in
Yeah.
the box. There are 2 in the box. Probably not
3.
anymore, but there are 2 in the box.
3.
The other
Okay.
2 I haven't specified yet.
Okay. 3. three ghosts are running rampant, and three ghosts is enough, especially if they're angry. And guess what? If you're shoved into a bottle for on this close amount of time, you're probably gonna be like particularly fucking pissed.
Yeah,
These
say it's ever
ghosts,
happened to me, but
yeah, yeah, same here. But yeah, people are fucking running away. Um, and by this point, guards are looking for you because even though you mentioned checkers, it's kind of obvious to say it was something orchestrated by you. So I'm gonna give you one scene before one more action, so to speak, before you guys get surrounded by guards.
I would like
Go ahead.
Hmm.
I would like a flashback. Well,
Yes,
I don't know whether this needs a flashback or not. I
I'll
would
allow it.
like to have procured some very, very fancy clothes, which would put us on the same level as everyone else here.
Mhm.
3 sets.
You only need 2 sets. I've already got a set.
Okay. 3 sets.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna count stress. Just gonna say you managed to procure it.
Okay. I throw one at Slate. I look Jacob up and down and go, "You're staying, yes?
I'm staying.
All right. Slate, put this on. We'll blend in with the crowd. They're evacuating. We can go with them
I
as soon as we find Blondie."
I rest the change of clothes on the windowsill. Um, I take off the cloak. I open the window. I'm looking out over the canal through the now deactivated lightning barrier over to the rooftops beyond, and I spot that it's starting to snow again. And I look at the slope of the roof opposite me. I'm folding the cloak up, but before I get it completely finished, I pull something out of the inside pocket and unfold that. Put the cloak next to the clothes that Cass got me, and I unfold one of the parchments that we took. That's a painting of the sky before everything went dark. And I compare that to the sky that's out there now, and the complete contrast is it's obvious. The crease marks in the painting are. It's clear that I've been carrying this around, unfolding and folding it back up again for some time now. I take another look at the rooftop opposite me. I push the cloak through the open window. I'm holding the piece of paper. I fold it up again. I put that on the window ledge, and I take the fine clothes that Cass has got, and I start to put those on over my shoulders. Not changing my britches. That's just a waste of effort.
Yeah.
I reach out for that painting one more time, but just something about the fold of the cloak or something else just makes me misjudge my arm's reach, and the painting falls out the window before I get my fingers on it. I just watch it fly in the breeze outside the window as the snow's falling around it. And I see that rooftop opposite as it turns white from the falling snow. And I can't even see where the cloaks landed. And with an unfamiliar swish as I turn around, this cloak that I'm wearing, it's much lighter, it's much fancier, it's not something I'm comfortable in. But there's a different look on my face. And I say to Cass, the name's Callus. Callus Fontague. I think I'm changing my ways, and I follow them as they lead me away from the window, which I leave open behind me.
Cool. By this point, as you start making your way out, you start hearing footsteps, thunderous, coming up the
Can I
stairs.
have my action as well?
Go ahead.
We are close to the chamber. We didn't move that far away. I'm basically going to lay a trail of breadcrumbs for the spirit wardens to follow. I'm going to tick off arcane implements on my list, which has a vial of quicksilver, a pouch of black salt, a spirit anchor in the form of a small stone, a spirit bottle, a vial of, and finally the crowning part, a vial of electroplasm designed to break and splatter on impact. The door that they need to take is now glowing with electroplasm. The spirit bottle is laid a little further along, just nestled into a corner. No need to. There's no spirit in it. It's not glowing, but the spirit wardens would notice this kind of thing. They do that. I'm laying the breadcrumbs, and I'm finding a suitable location where I can hide from the guards because I want to be discovered by the spirit wardens. And that's what I'm doing.
Okay. You do. I'm gonna allow you to do all of that without a roll. That's completely fine. But yeah, by this point, thunderous footsteps are coming up the stairs to your location. You hear the sound of swords being brandished from their scabbards. What's the plan?
My plan is to hide out. Just let them pass.
Okay. Kaz and Slate.
I'm going to be attempting to blend in with the crowd who are trying to leave.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna require separate rolls from the both of you, right? Jacob as you try to hide, and Cass as you try to blend in.
Okay. Just checking if I've got a certain thing.
Shall I roll PROWL or CONSORT?
What do you think Cass is doing? Are you like, are they talking, trying to convince trying to talk as if they were one of the nobility here, or are they trying to literally hide within the crowd?
Yeah, hide. So I will roll PROWL. What's the position?
I've been handling a lot of desperates. I don't know if this one will be desperate. Actually, I think it is. I say desperate. So another XP.
Can we make this a group action so that I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
follow suit?
So yeah, just tell me who's leading. Okay.
How's your
All right.
How's your prowl? I've got 2.
I also have 2.
Yeah. So both of you roll, and we'll just count the highest result. Desperate.
Effect.
Standard.
Is it? Sorry, desperate standard.
Desperate standard. Yeah. That's a 5. And let's see if Slate can get a 6. That's a 3. So Cass, you gain 1 stress for Slate's fail roll. But the result for both of you is a 5. So yes, you managed to blend in within the crowd, make your way out. However, I mean, it's still 5, so it's not a complete success.
They aren't actually evacuating. The people are self-evacuating, so there's no doors being opened yet. Because it doesn't make sense that the authorities would.
We've melded
it,
with the
yeah.
crowd, but we haven't actually got out because there is no getting out yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
authorities still have to interrogate.
Yeah. Also, Simon, the spirit wardens arriving is now at a 3 out of 4. They're almost here, and you can hear the raven cawing as it circles above the Centralia Club. So
I just love the fact that the bad clock, as we've put it, as for me isn't a bad clock at all. I want this to happen.
Yeah. Okay, I want to say by this point, Blondie, you at least managed to find Jacob, because the other two have like hitman their way out, sort of, right? But you only get to find Jacob, who's not. Actually, no, you were attempting to hide. My bad. Simon, do you want to roll for that?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna boost, so take some more stress, and prowl. It is. Did you say risky or desperate?
For you, it's gonna say it's risky.
And standard effect.
Standard.
Yeah. Okay. And a bonus dice. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yep.
you lose this opportunity. You can't find a place to hide. Guards. I'm gonna say by this point, guards are already on top of you, right? So it's kind of like the D&D thing where it's like, okay, where are you hiding? You're literally in the middle in the middle of like out in the open. People are looking at you, you know.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna say by this point the guards have already arrived. They're pointing swords at you. They're basically
Gentlemen.
asking. They're basically asking, what the fuck did you do?
I wish I knew.
You were a wheelchair-bound wreck when you came in. What the fuck happened?
Some sort of miracle, I'm sure. Maybe it was that explosion that just shook me out of it.
Blondie. Jacob Pride is being held, stuck up by a bunch of guards with people with swords. What do you do?
I have some issues to resolve that can only be resolved with aggression right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to displace my anger all up in this guard's business right now. So you just see the guards pointing at Jacob, not even noticing me, just slipping brass knuckles.
I'm
right.
watching it and I'm keeping a poker face right now as he's just there, just the
And I
brass,
just
brass
start,
knuckles are coming out, and I'm just there like.
I just start running, tears coming, like just water falling down my cheek, just, and I'm gonna skirmish.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
The
I'm gonna,
first proper fight this game is in the finale.
yeah,
Yeah,
desperate,
yeah, desperate.
desperate. You get desperate. Everybody gets desperate.
Dude, it's the
Yeah.
final session of the
Yes.
season. Of course, everything's gonna be
Yes.
desperate.
And I'm gonna push myself as well.
Go ahead.
I'm handing out stress like it's nobody's business. Oh, crit!
Crit.
Double
My
six.
first crit ever. I've never had a crit before.
So here's what
Whoa.
I'm picturing. Yeah, you put the brass knuckles on, but then you take some steps back, and then I want to say it like
Yes.
you're focusing only on the guard, like the guard is in the middle of the frame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Middle of the frame. And then we see from like the right side of the frame in slow motion, both of Blondie's feet just come into as you're drop kicking him in the head. Like full on, full body, like drop kick, and before
Yes, and
and
just pommeling the first one. I look at the other one, blood all over my hands. Just come at me then, huh?
I'd like to add one small detail. The guard looks between Blondie, looks at Jacob. Jacob just goes and winks at him. He looks back at Blondie.
yeah.
I'll motherfucking do what you did to her twice over.
Yeah, so it's a greater effect. So I'm gonna say that yeah,
Nice.
as soon
Thank
as you
you.
fucking drop kick the fucking guy, you immediately like get off the floor and basically uppercut the guy who's coming up behind you.
Sure, you can.
You basically wake up, Shuri. Anyways, yeah, I want to say there was like 4 or 5 guards that came for Jacob, and you already got rid of at least half of them.
Yeah.
Like they're knocked out cold. The other one's probably gonna have medical bills for days.
All right.
So
A little bit tired, and as I'm bluffing, I just want to look at them. I can do this all day, motherfuckers. Come on. And I'm panting already.
yeah, they're completely fair.
Yeah.
Completely passive. If they start this shit, I just give them an award-winning smile, bring my hand out, and a gun appears in the hand.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Let's get back to what is surprisingly the chiller part of the session, which is cast and slate.
I love my palm pistol.
What do you
use my
mean?
things.
What do you mean surprisingly? We're just the pinnacle of calm. I've
That's
never
a lie,
caused chaos in my life.
Never touch a gun.
Exactly. Who would do such a thing? That's murder.
Mm.
And when have I ever resorted to violence?
As well.
Uh,
So
okay. Yeah,
we're
what are you guys
we're
doing?
we're milling within a crazed crowd of panicked individuals. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when in Rome,
When in... Yeah, I guess.
I start causing a fuss. I was like, when do we get out? Open the doors, let us out. To everybody, just to people that are also panicked. I'm not even talking to staff members. I'm just like stirring it up.
I don't know. No. By the way, you're hearing very loudly the hissing. I want to say because the ghosts are made of electroplasm, there's sparks going out. The chandelier is basically a Tesla ball. Um, shit's going wild, right?
The door I splashed has got the full blacklight special going on. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Um.
Yeah.
Uh,
This all came from upstairs. There was clearly some mad stuff. Just the shit they've been getting up to in this place.
Yeah,
How can they be doing this under your noses and nobody knew?
I don't. And I'm gonna say by this point, the doors are opened, right? But on the other side are clad in black, brass masks, a trio of Spirited Wardens have forced the door open. They're here.
Right.
The door that is completed. Um,
Ghostbusters!
they are here, and a bunch of the nobles are taken aback. A lot of people start stepping back as the Spirit Wardens walk in. What do you guys do?
You said that you were changing your ways, right?
I'm gonna try.
I
What
just
do you need doing?
glance over to the window, look out, see how far down it looks. How far down is it out the window?
I was picturing you guys were in on the first floor, but I want to say it's a good get bad with distances. What would be a reasonable
Maybe we're
amount?
on a mezzanine. Maybe we're on a mezzanine
Mezzanine,
overlooking
yeah.
sort of a main sort of dance area or the social section.
2.5 meters.
So we're
then.
about we're a story.
Yeah,
we're a
2.5
story up.
meters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm bad when it comes to like architecturally planning how these places look. I'm sorry.
I'm a facilities
Okay,
manager. Don't worry.
so,
I know how tall my building is, so it's just like 2.5 meters to that.
Yeah.
This is like roughly Victorian setting, right?
Yeah, this is full on Victorian.
There are noble ladies in corsets swooning right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I just go over and I throw open the window because there is a lady which has just swooned and I've tried to catch her and just gone, oh, she needs some air. Oh, it's gonna be okay, you know. And I've just like flung the window open.
Plot twist. Mike is the lady. That's what the costume was.
They'll never see it coming, believe me.
Yeah, you do it. There's no roll required for opening the window and dramatically swooning. What next?
Well, I'm mostly just waiting for Slate to show me exactly how we're going to get down.
Slate,
I think
what's the
he's busy.
plan?
Why don't you shift
Yeah.
over to...
Okay, so back to the Jacob and Blondie Thunderdome. Uh,
Hang on,
uh,
I'm just seeing if bungee cords are on my list. No. Okay, right.
Slightly distracted there for a second.
I think the lurk gets basically like rappel shit. So yeah.
Finish off Slate's actually. I'll
Yeah.
yield the scene to Slate.
Slightly distracted this side. So, what was that about me in a dress?
Well, it's canon now. I mean, they just said it in chat, so.
I just said it's Victorian times. There will be a swooning noble lady in a corset who I will have to catch and open the window so that she can get some air,
Yeah.
Whether or not that is you is for you to decide.
That's not me.
Okay.
He hasn't got the legs to carry it off.
Okay. I just kind of like hold her up and look over her shoulder at you going, come on.
I try to make my way through the crowds. They're a lot more tightly packed now that they're backing away from the Ghost Wardens. And I stand beside Cass and the new conquest and say, do you have this effect on all the women?
No, only the ones who happen to be about to be interrogated by spirit wardens. Do you have a way down here?
I
Pull it out the window.
Yeah, we're stood right next to a window, and you're not quite sure where I've been hiding it, but I pull a length of rope from somewhere in what's left of what I was originally wearing, and you've got the window open, so I start to lower the rope.
I was about to
down.
say, if not, you can always bring checkers into this by using the jellyfish. Throwing the jellyfish, it inflates.
I was thinking about the fucking zipline gun.
I was about to say, yeah. Or he's outside and fires a zip gun through, and we just wave sort of through the window to him.
Yeah, Wilczek is here even in the season finale.
Yeah,
I can feel it.
All the warriors. All the warriors.
So we wave to Wilczek outside, and he fires the rappel gun up, and that's how we're getting out.
All right, I'm gonna say for brevity's sake, even though we're early, still kind of early, you guys make it out. Right, I'm not gonna make you guys roll. You managed to make it out the window, and then with the lightning barrier out, it's easy to then run back into like the decrepit district that is Six Towers. A fate that the Centralia Club might be joining soon, depending on how things go. Okay, now back again to the Blondie and Jacob Pride's Battle Royale.
Okay. I am gonna when I pull up to the side of Blondie, I go, I can hold them here. I can hear the spirit wardens coming in. You can leave now if you want, son.
You stay back, old man. Just work on your explosives. I'll hold them here. I can still do it. Come on. Just a couple more. We can push through.
No problem. I need player permission from this.
All right.
So, Kev, Jacob is going to try to save Blondie at all costs. If that means that I make you look like a victim so that you can get out, then so be it. So I'm going to give you the power to veto this scene. But I go, very well, my good friend. To the end. You're about to pass out. Drink this, and I hand you a water bottle. It's my sleeping draft. That's why you get player veto, because I won't take your agency away. Basically, your way out of this is your spark out on the fucking floor when they arrive.
Like, I was I was a little bit thirsty. Thank you, old man. I drank it. Like, come over here, you motherfuckers.
And with that, he goes down like a sack of shit. And I go,
Love you.
I look at the guard still pointing the gun and go, he's a good boy, really. And with that, I wait for the spirit wardens. I'm pointing the gun at the guards and just going, your bosses are in a fuck ton of trouble. And I'm absolutely consorting here. So I'm playing for time, and I'm going, your bosses in a whole ton of trouble.
Desperate
So am
standard.
I. You guys can still get out of this by just being a follower. All you need to do is stand back. Keep pointing your swords if you need to, but stand back. So yeah, risky standard consort.
Desperate standard.
Desperate standard. Sorry, desperate standard. Risky standard's become one of those things where it trips off my tongue now.
Yeah.
So let's have a go.
I'm glad.
This is consort, making friends with the guards pointing swords at me, which is, funnily enough, a desperate situation. Standard, bonus dice 0. I'll take
5.
it. I'll take it.
Okay, so I think the consequence here is pretty obvious, in which before you can get the words out, a guard lunges at you. I'm gonna say this is desperate. I want to say this is probably. I want to say this is level 2 harm.
If I take off my armor, can I bring that down to level 1?
I think you could just. I'm gonna read up the rules on armor again, but I'm pretty sure armor just negates harm.
Yeah,
So,
I can't have heavy armor, but I can use regular armor, which is
that's completely
basically reinforced clothes.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up because armor usually doesn't come up that often when I play.
Yeah.
So give me a moment. But your consort does go through, and they go, okay, better not be playing at anything. So just give me a moment. I'm just gonna. You guys can keep role playing while I look for this.
That's okay.
Little do they know Jacob is always playing at something.
That's true. They don't know that though.
Oh yeah, continue role playing. I will.
Yeah, I forgot.
How far are the edge you?
No, Mom, I don't want the beef.
That yeah, I didn't see that one coming. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay. That was great.
Give me a moment. 32. Sorry about this again.
I was thinking, how can I get this kid out? Because there's no way I can convince him to get out. This kid's on a mission, and it was only when you were doing so well with the car. Can't take you all on. That I was just kind of like, well, he's almost down anyway. Here, drink this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I found it.
Was bound to happen.
It says reduce or avoid the consequence. So I'm gonna say you can ignore harm.
I mean, it was a 5, so yeah, ignore sounds balanced, doesn't it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it does sound balanced.
And I'm just going to hold them there till the Spirit Wardens turn up, which hopefully should be my last flashback of this. So when they turn up, I'll be ready.
Okay.
When they turn up.
And with that, all the pieces fall in place. Ghosts are still running amok. Some have... I want to say there are casualties in the fact that with so many people here and 3 ghosts going around, at least a few people may have had their life force sapped out of them. Yes, Cass.
Just because it's going to bother me forever if we don't use the chess pieces. I want to just, like, as I'm going past, it's a posh club, there's a chess set somewhere, I just swap a pawn. just for somebody to find later.
Alright. I'm completely fine with that. Okay. So we're not going to move into payoff right away. We're going to move on to the aftermath of the score. This is going to be pure roleplay until the end.
Oh, the Spirit Wardens haven't caught up with me yet.
I'm gonna say like again. I'm gonna say that when you hold the guards off, I'm gonna say cut to black, and we're gonna cut to the aftermath of the score. That's what I'm doing here.
Sure. Okay.
Actually, uh, before this is gonna be a lot of roleplay. I hope, anyways. Right. So what we're gonna do is take a very early break, 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Right. To get our drinks, get everything, because we're gonna go to the epilogue of season 1 of
Nice.
City of. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So see you everyone in a bit.
We will be right back.
And welcome back, everyone. We took a short break, and now we're back to see where all the pieces land, where the Dark Hole solution ends up. Okay, so Jacob, you turn yourself into the Spirit Wardens.
Yep. And as part of flashback detail, as I mentioned in the break, back in episode, I'm going to go
I
with
don't know.
5. I sent them a lot of evidence against the Circle of Flame. They are coming here, and I'm pointing and saying, here's the rest of the evidence. As the flashback, I told them that today there would be a big revelation where they would uncover the great sins of the city, and that I would be there to show them the way.
Right.
And also in apology for the fracas that we had on the boat.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
that's how they find me.
All right.
I point out that Blondie is a victim, the latest victim that we saved, and that he has evidence pointing to the book in his hand that will be able to incriminate them further. None of these are a lie.
We're gonna cut away to one of a few days afterwards. By the way, when you point to the inner sanctum, there's no one there. The 7 somehow managed to find a way out in the chaos before the Spirit Wardens arrived. A few days pass, and the Spirit Wardens do what they do best, and the Centralia Club is put to the torch. As anything heretical has to go. This entire place has been tainted, so the entire place must go. The sight of the Centralia Club burning in the middle of the night, as rumors start spreading about why the Spirit Wardens did it. Obviously, if the Spirit Wardens did it, they had to be a good reason. You know, rumors start going about the the city, about what happened, what could have possibly go wrong, what were those noble assholes up to, you know. I'm gonna say, and shortly afterward, not too long afterwards, you notice that the cold shoulder a lot of people have been giving you ceases to happen. Right? You're no longer at war with a circle of flame.
Because we
And you're
He said because we won.
yeah, you're no
You're not
longer
at
at war
war
with
when
them.
you win.
You're no longer at war with them. But not only that, the blow that they took from losing the Centralia Club and then the cleanup mess, the whole mess they had to clean up afterwards, has given them again. Actually, give me a moment. Has really weakened them. They have gone down from a tier 3 to a tier 2.
Everyone likes a power vacuum.
So
now,
well,
who in this district has a well-established base from which to start operating and filling a power vacuum?
gee, I wonder.
It's fine. We don't know anyone. Better close the session here.
Yeah, totally. That was it.
Slate, what plans do you have then for 6 hours?
Good night, everybody.
I think some of that's going to come up in season 2.
All right.
But
Okay.
short term, there are a few things that we should be doing to shore up what we already have. So it's about finding all of the people that are important to us and making sure that they, in all ways possible, get what's coming to them. So we have allies to reassure, we have enemies to mop up. And I think those are the first things that we should be looking to deal with. So there'll be inquiries to the fate of Jacob Pride. We want to ensure that there's no action that we need to take on his behalf. There's a certain sergeant in the blue coats that needs our attention. And there are a few other loose ends that we should see to. So I'm going to open the floor to the other three members. Kev's in charge of two of those. And see if they have any interest themselves first before I try to steer anybody anywhere with what I've got planned. So over to
Actually, I
Cat
have
and
a
Kev
scene
to come back.
for
Oh yeah,
Slate.
sure, please. Okay, fair enough.
So where would be Slate at the moment?
How far after the club are we talking?
Sorry?
How long after the club is this?
I'm saying it's at least a few days. Like, it's long enough that the club has been burned to the ground by the spirit wardens.
I've been patrolling the grounds outside of our hideout and basically extending my presence in person throughout the streets and over the canals and avoiding the rooftops.
Okay. You're patrolling the rooftops when
No, avoiding the rooftops.
avoiding the
So
rooftops.
just at the street level. Just at the
street
street level.
Okay. You are patrolling around 6 hours. It's almost a pleasant stroll considering how decrepit and lonely this place is. As you walk by the hollow husks of once upon a time that were things with once upon a time were mansions. You get approached by man. It's weird to describe him. He's wearing not any particularly ostentatious clothing. It seems very practical, very down to earth. He comes up to you and he says, "We were impressed with what you managed to do." He hands you a card and you see that it's a oversized tarot size card, and it has and you notice it is a tarot card, and you notice that it has what he gave you is the card of the tower, right? Of the
Yeah.
tower. And he says, "We will be very interested in speaking with you all soon." And then he leaves. And as soon as he leaves, you forget how he looks like.
Oh,
I take the card back out and take another look at the picture on it.
It's the tower.
Describe the picture again. It's just the tower.
It's just a it's just a
It's
tower
the blaster
from the tarot.
tower.
Yeah.
It's the blaster tower. Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as he leaves, you forgot all of his facial features.
Yeah. Indescript.
Blondie, when you wake up in a fucking blue coat holding cell. I mean,
yeah, I assumed.
yeah.
It's
fine. You've been here before. You know what to do, and even then you fuck it up because you're too busy shit talking.
Yeah. Shit talking. I look across. Harold is the usual warden. Yo, Harold, when's coffee?
Shut up.
Oh, come on, man. Don't act like you don't know me. You already know you used to go to my mom's. Come on.
After a few weeks, you're finally let go. You would have been let go in a few days, but
yeah.
you know.
I feel like there's something to be said for the guards just not wanting to have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, like but you still remember that your uh Ruby's name was crossed off from the employee ledger, and
Yeah.
now the Centralia Club is no more. It's been burnt down. What does Blondie do? What's he thinking?
I want to go to cast.
Okay.
As soon as I'm out, and hey, I couldn't. I just look at you trying not to say the words
I give
and
him a
just
hug.
giving you. I was so close. We gotta.
We're always so close. You don't want to stick with us. Listen,
I gotta break the news to Mom.
Yeah.
Would you come with me?
I'll come with you, but then I want you to promise me something.
Don't know if I can.
Go home, go back to your mum, get yourself an honest job. Don't come near us again.
Yeah, I can't do that.
This life that we have chosen, there's more of this. It's more of what you've just experienced. You have people you care about. You have your mother. Don't get her caught up in this.
Are we saying this while walking, by the way?
Yeah.
In 6 hours, there's a small little cemetery. And I just open the metal gate after you. Go to an unnamed tombstone and put a flower there. Sorry, Mom. Couldn't say Ruby either. But I'll find the rest. And I grab onto your shoulder and we'll find the rest, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
All right.
And just pull you back up to standing. Look down at the flower. This is probably the only time you will ever see me do this, but I turn away and I hold the gate open.
And I walk out. As soon as I walk off, I just give you the crooked smile. Come on.
So you can play at that game.
We're
Should
not.
we drink?
I don't know if I'm old enough, but yeah.
Bullshit. Sebastian hasn't gotten drunk yet.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So yeah. Mhm.
You guys managed to find a place in Six Towers. Even though the district is mostly decrepit, there's still a few places open here, mostly around the edges of the district, near the more developed areas like Charter Hall and the like. But I need to ask a question. Where is Jacob Pride now?
Jacob, after testifying for the Spirit Wardens, is handed over to the Bluecoats. He negotiates with the Bluecoats, saying that he, of course, was the mastermind behind the missions that led to, granted, a good outcome for the city. The Spirit Wardens getting rid of a big canker on the side of the city. But he admits that his actions were rash and ill-timed and destructive, and as such, he's willing, in return for presenting all the evidence against the Circle of Flame and its members, that he will accept a prison sentence on behalf of the rest of them, and saying that the rest were not complicit in the destruction, and that was down to me. They were just following orders.
Gotcha. Give me a moment. I just need to find the part of incarceration, because I always lose it for some reason. Because I'm gonna not have to. You're gonna have to do me a roll.
Okay.
There we go. Found it.
With the score previously ended, we would have got enough XP that I would have leveled up my playbook, and that means
I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Cool. Because this would have been after the calculations and stuff, and I would have gained my final ability, which I was going for this whole campaign, Jailbird. When incarcerated, my wanted level counts as one less. My tier counts as one more. And I get a +1 faction status with a faction that I help on the inside in addition to my incarceration.
We'll discuss that later. Right, because I have to go read factions up. Yeah. Right, but so your faction is a tier 1, which means you're going to be rolling 2 dice, because you're rolling as if you were tier 2.
Yep.
And your wanted level counts as 1 less, which means that instead of going for jail for several months, you're only going for jail for a month or 2. So, yeah.
It's kind of what we were playing for. That's good.
Yeah. Good. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
2d6. That's the same as me just rolling my consort or something. So I'm just
going to
roll a consort. And it doesn't matter what the position is. Pop. That's a 5 and a 6.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm just going to read the results straight from the book, and then you make your own conclusions. You do your time well. Your crew gains 1 prison claim and +1 faction status with a faction that you assisted while you serve your time. So with your jailbird, that will be like +2.
+2 with a faction. Yeah. I will quite happily.
And the worst thing is that you lose, and because you went to jail, the crew actually loses a wanted level. So, wow, that was actually really good.
There we are.
We're gonna discuss a few of those results afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to stall the stream by doing a lot of reading.
No, that's fine.
However, there's one last scene that I want to do with Jacob. You are sitting in your prison cell in Iron Hook. You don't know what time of day it is, considering it's always night. The prison's dark, damp, kind of noisy, right? I imagine you were sleeping.
Actually, I was. I've got a little craft project that I've been doing. I've got a bit of wet and dry paper that I'm just polishing off something. I don't want to go the full. What's it called? The Tim Robbins film, was it
Shawshank?
I don't want to go the whole Shawshank, but it is something where he's polishing a little thing he's created.
Okay. You're working hard on your thing. When you feel that you're no longer alone in your cell.
Sure.
You hear a voice, a feminine voice, say, well, so was this your endgame all along?
What do you mean?
Burn down the club and then just end up in some cell in Iron Hook? Was that the plan?
It's a plan.
Interesting. I'll be quite honest. While I do lament the loss of the club, I will admit that I had quite a lot of fun playing with you.
I'm glad you did. I don't consider this full revenge, you understand. Just putting you in a better position to hunt you down for the revenge that I need to enact. But I wanted to make sure that the others involved were in a slightly better position. And ultimately, I'm not cut out for crime. So blindsided by everything that it was doing. I mean, really, you want to find a real master? Well, they're still there doing what they need to do. And he blows on a piece of coal that he has whittled and polished down to a pawn and places it on the table.
You notice when you place it on the table, there's an entire chess set that wasn't there before. And on the other side, sitting next to it, is Madame Teslin from the 7. I have quite a few errands to run after this. They're all quite boring. So, if you don't mind, why don't you indulge me in another game? As she points to the chessboard.
He just gestures for her to go first.
And that she does. So, I know this session has been shorter than usual, but I don't know where else to leave it off.
I think Mike has a detail compared to mine.
Yes, Mike, go ahead.
I'm opening the floor to him because we have discussed.
Yeah. I don't know. I like that. I like that as a finish sign. I don't want to take away from that. I think the openness of the invite. Let's have another game.
Okay. Just wanted to give you the chance.
Yeah, no, there's some loose ends to pick up, but unless anybody has anything pressing, I hand over to Rodrigo to play us out.
I had a scene with Jacob, but
yeah, he's in jail.
That line, no, we were in jail together. What we're talking about?
No, you were in a blue co holding cell. You were
in
like
the drunk tank. I was
you were
in prison.
You were in prison.
Oh yeah.
But
Through
with that,
yeah,
we cut away to a dark, moonlit night, and that's it for season 1 of City of Ghosts and Broken Dreams. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. I sure did. I know this session was a lot shorter than the usual, like any of the sessions we had, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to pad it out. I didn't want to put
That's
any
fine.
padding. Yeah, I think this is the natural conclusion.
If you're there, just leave it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Simon, Kev, Mike, and Kat, for joining. For playing this. This was a fucking lot of fun. And yeah, who knows what waits the Dark Hole solution when we return for season 2? When I don't know. So,
well, you've got a different campaign coming up, haven't you? So
yes.
Yeah. I would say mention that at the very least.
Yes. At some point soon, as soon as I figure out how to make tokens on Roll20,
we can help you with that. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna be running No Room for a Wallflower, a Lancer, the first narrative campaign published for Lancer. we're still looking for one more player for that, by the way, because we only have 3 slots filled. We're missing 1. Um, so if anyone, either the players here or anyone watching, is interested, uh, that's always open. And yeah, we're gonna. The next time you see me GMing, it's gonna be a completely different game with an entirely different tone. So
Literally, we won't be monocolor.
No.
Sorry, I'm a dad joke. I'm a dad. I've got a license for those.
Yeah.
you do.
Please do.
But yeah, I hope everyone had fun. Thank you everyone
Also,
for watching.
Yeah, and thank you. This was fantastic. I haven't done a full Blades in the Dark before, and my God, does it keep you on your toes?
It's a good kind of stressful, and that's why I really like it.
I have to say, like, the first heists that we did, my heart was racing. Like, I thought, okay, we really fucked up. We ruined the painting, and Mike just pulls out that, oh, I switched the painting. I was like, you can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do that. You can do that. It's so good. One of the things that the sold me on the game, it's something I read on the original review that I read that made me get the game, which was because the players are given so many tools to resist and come out ahead, the GM can just play hardball
Oh God,
with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I feel like I was still holding back in a few scenarios, but I did try my best to play hardball.
Yeah, there were times where it was kind of like, yeah, you did something, but it's still a problem. It's still a problem. What are you doing? It's still a problem, and it kind of gets you to up your game in terms of the solution to the point where we need to give you a solution that when you hear it, you go, and you're like, I got nothing, and
Yeah.
that's when you win. You don't win when you roll. The roll is just there saying, give more, give more, give more. It's when you just go, boom, this is it, and you're like, that's it, and that's when you succeed. It's not rolling a 6. That's when you succeed, and I do like that.
Yeah.
Kat,
So
that callback to the first heist, I had no idea because you carried yourself off in that game. I would not have guessed that caught you off guard so much. Very, very honoured to have brought you on board with that then, because that's that kind of retcon, that kind of flashback approach to this game, heavily influenced by all the heist stuff that you can see on shows like Leverage and Hustle and others. And I know that we've spoken about those shows off camera a lot, but I don't know how much we've
I
actually mentioned
keep
those
forgetting to
in-game.
watch it.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to watch it.
I have a list of things that we talk about after the show. Leverage is one of them.
Yeah. So for most Prime distributions on Amazon Prime, Leverage 5 seasons of that are available for viewing.
Yeah.
BBC tend to bring Hustle back on occasionally on their iPlayer to watch there, but it's been a while, so don't expect to see that anytime soon. But Leverage's new season, Leverage Redemption, comes out in July. So that's definitely something to track down.
We're not sponsored, but we'd like to be. Get in touch.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Or, you know what?
Leverage.
I'll just settle for a member of the cast coming in and playing a session with us. That's fine.
No.
That'd be great.
I want to take it a little further. John Harper, Evil Hat Productions, call me.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so okay, we'll split the difference. A member of the cast from Leverage and John Harper playing in a game with. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Okay, see, we don't even want sponsorship.
Move
That's all we
some
want.
units.
Those inspirations hopefully have shown in the way that we've played, and anybody that's looking for that kind of inspiration, there's everything from the Sting onwards are well worth a good time. Investment.
We're rambling
some screams
by this point, but yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Again, sorry for being shorter than usual, and look forward to more Blades in the future. I don't know when. Maybe the Dark Code solution will be coming back. Maybe we'll be a totally different crew. I don't know. So
could be different members of the same group. Yeah.
I can shave. Be a
So,
total different person.
Biggest
yeah,
plot twist of the game.
exactly. Uh, all right. Are we deciding to raid someone, or are we just deciding to leave it there?
I'm not raiding at the moment until I can find more people to raid. Yeah, so yeah, that's for all the viewers as well. If there's particular people you want us to raid, hit us up in the Discord and give it to us so we can add them to the list. And then if they're on, we can raid them. At the moment, we're raiding the
Shinani's
same
live.
people all the time. So
Yeah.
you already follow them, you already know them. So yeah.
I have a suggestion,
Oh.
actually. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but Iona Murazan Art is
So,
an artist who I really follow and really appreciate. There we go. Word's the right way around. I'll send you a link.
Oh, that would be appreciated because Iona I can do. Murazan, not entirely sure which spelling of that.
yeah. But yeah, before we raid, look forward to this Friday for the fallout of the battle with the Witch Queen, as Cora has a talk with management, and Farewell will also probably have a talk with management. And then on Sunday, we're back to Lancer as we're heading into like the final arc of Fast Farewell. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
the final third. This time, you've got to cut the head off the crucible itself in order to satisfy the code of honor for the
And I
Iron
need to
War.
talk to you about Lucifer.
Yeah, Lucifer's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gave them all a license level, and he was like, "How are you at playing NHPs?" I was like, "Okay, here we go." So that's non-human personalities, and his is
Non-human
called
person.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
hers,
that's
sorry, because it's red.
yeah.
It's
Red's
called Lucifer.
NHP is called Lucifer. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Anyways, thank again everyone for watching. Stick by for as we raid.
Yep.
And have a lovely evening.
Yep. Take care, everyone.
Hey.